Welcome back to Daytime Live. Now, it's our honor to have this legend on the show. Welcome, Monte Blake of Meritone Disco.
Welcome, Nation and Dufton. It's a pleasure myself to be on your show.
Sir Blake, the hat?
Yes, looking gorgeous. And thank you for getting my name right. I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort, sir. Thank you.
Sir Blake, she's also a strong one, you know, so.
Yes, I've been watching. I'm old enough, but not old.
See, for those at home that don't know, Sir Blake was saying that he agreed with Dufton about, you know, strong women and Jamaican men appreciating strong women physically and intellectually and all the least. So,
Women are, you know, they really, what's happening in Jamaica, they're really the ones, you know, moving ahead.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, Sir Blake, you're celebrating 70 years.
Wow.
And you are the oldest continuously active sound system in the world. Now, that's something that's massive. You know, tell us how you and your brothers got started.
Well, actually, it was the old man, Val, that started it. And he started it slightly under duress because when the boys came to Kingston, they were exposed to sound system for the first time. And they asked him, you know, because, you know, he was in a job with the government, what they used to call, it's now the National Works, but it was Public Works then. And he had 4 boys, and Mom had passed away, and, you know, he was selling radios on the side to really, you know, augment his salary. And they asked him, but, you know, in that little town of Morant Bay, you wouldn't believe it, but it was kind of very middle class. And sound system hadn't reached there yet, and he didn't think that was a great idea, to be honest. So eventually he bought into it, and in 1950 he started the Meritone. We played around town like at church garden parties and what you would call lawns, which is not like your lawn in your house.
Right.
They played in a bar where they would put bamboo around or
Right.
They would play in the markets. After market, they would wash it out. And, you know, garden parties, sugar estates, sports clubs and stuff. Actually, in the late part, we made the Springfield Club in Morant Bay was more like our home base. But we played all around town. We were the first sound system, but that quickly got popular and a lot of people came into the game. We hosted in Morant Bay a lot of the big sounds from Kingston also. Speaking
of big sounds, tell us, why did you have to change the name from sound system to disco?
Oh, well, that's a nice question. When we came to town, because, you know, of the demographic that they put us in, like middle class, you know, sound system was something for downtown. That's where it started, and that's its roots. Most of the things in Jamaica started in the roots. And, you know, we like sound system. We like what it said. At that time, you know, we're on the bands that we were allowed to go to, our house parties. So we started the sound system, and Ronnie Nasrallah from Byron, who was then Byron Lee's road manager, suggested that if we want to get the crowd that we want to get, we would have to change the name from sound system. Because when a young lady goes to her mom and said, I'm going to a sound system, and she's going to figure, no. So he suggested that we use the word discotheque, which discotheque is really a nightclub that plays music on disc, because most nightclubs in that day were all spectacular, live entertainment. So, you know, it sounds fancy, so we went with that. And of course, it was corrupted to disco. Most people refer to it as a disco today. And you have a lot of people who are calling themselves disco, but they didn't quite know why they're doing that. But that's when it happened. And, you know, as a matter of fact, the Gleaner had a cartoonist named Leandro, who this little young boy went to his mom and said, Mommy, can I go to the discotheque? And she said, discotheque, take off your clothes. We started playing on the campus.
Oh, that's funny.
At the campus at the UW, in all the different halls, the old dramatic theater, the student union.
Yeah.
And that's where most of the movers and shakers in Jamaica were exposed to sound system for the first time.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the great things Marathon have done is to kind of break down the social barrier as regards the sound system. Now, I'm pleased to say there are so many young guys from all over, you know, getting involved in the music, and that's a good thing. And, you know, that's how we managed to change the name. We moved from St. Thomas in 1962, and we came to Kingston for the first time at the Wembley Club. And it was a little experience there because nobody would come to the dance until they start to play. And we got there late as usual.
Speaking of coming to the dance, though, I heard that Bob Marley was regular at Turntable Club, right? Which Meritone ran on Red Hills Road, right?
Yeah, even before Turntable, he used to come to a place we used to play called Peyton Place. But he really loved Turntable, and he used to come there. And I can tell you something, that guy can dance.
He loved to dance.
What's some of the music he used to love to dance to?
He danced everything. He loved funky. He loved
some James Brown and stuff.
When you see the Flash Deluxe, and he get in there. It was a beauty to behold.
Wow.
You know, those days I didn't really have my camera, and if I did, I'm not sure if I would have taken pictures of him because he's not so, sometimes when he drinks, he's not too sociable. Like myself, you know, I get belligerent a little.
Aren't we all, I say, aren't we all?
Some people laugh a lot, while some people get miserable.
So,
tell us what you miss about dancehall in your era, and tell us what you love about dancehall music, dancehall reggae music today.
What I miss in our era, there was a lot of romance in the dance. People used to take pride of dancing, and if you didn't have the lyrics to really court a girl, you would wait till you hear a nice song, and sometimes the lyrics would do the lead for you. All you have to do is behave yourself. And when you start feeling that little pat on your back, and you know you're halfway there. That it's a lot of romance, and Marathon people really do a lot of dancing up to this day.
Yeah.
Met their wives there.
Hey, okay.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people met their wives there.
I agree with that. Dancehall was different back in the day. It was a little, like you said, it was more dance first of all, and it was, you know, it was a little more romantic.
Yes, a lot more, because one of the favorite things of genre that we play were like, well, slow music. I was about to say love song, but not all slow music are love songs.
That is true.
Some are heartbreak songs, but it was a chance to get slow.
So you are 75 years young. How do you manage to stay so current?
Fresh.
With the ting and the hat and the music.
My father was like that, you know, he liked to dress. So I guess that came naturally. But if you want to stay young in this day and age, you have to hang out with young folks. You have to move with them. And, you know, we have a lot of young friends that, you know, are Marathon fans that really, you know, they tell me what's happening and they learn from it. It's symbiotic. You know, we learn from them, they learn from us. And that's it. I don't think you should date yourself. I think also that you should know what you're old enough not to do. But, you know, you're never too old to rock and roll, like we said.
That's a word.
I've been to a marathon.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Sir, when the pandemic and everything passes us, definitely we are coming to, you know, a Marathon party, a Marathon movement.
It's a nice place to go. We find very nice, congenial. Is at the Regency on the first Sunday. It's very, very nice. A very eclectic crowd. And I think only at Marathon you'll see all ages and all class structures.
Yeah, I used to be at the waterfalls too.
At the waterfalls, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Monte. It was an absolute pleasure. I learned a lot. I thought disco was just where you played disco music. I didn't realize that it was when you're spinning on the disc. I didn't know. I learned something. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish we had more time. Please come back to spin for us when we have, you know, later when we have our guests. You can be our DJ in the house.
Yes, Sir Blake. You know,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Doctor. Pleasure. Take care of yourself. Love you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Now, guys, please remember to check on your loved ones and please support each other as a community through these times.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back on Friday with much more buzz, chat, vibe, and mix. Stay safe, wash your hands, mask up, and guys, keep your distance. Or just stay inside as much as possible because Corona is still keeping. Now, we're about to run a nice track. This is actually Etana. We're going to continue with that song. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Monte. Dufton is getting a couple of proposals as well. So ladies, when you see him, ask him to, you know, he's ready. He's ready.
Talk loud.
Talk loud. Don't miss out, ladies. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Dufton, will you?
I'm not hearing.
Dufton, will you?
Go out there, go on.
Oh, wow.
It's the time up on the microphone. Check, 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 one. Let's go!
Going 100 on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going